Your eye sees, but the mind does not believe. Behind me, scenes of jubilation as the Ultras celebrate our promotion back up to the First League. Bundesliga soccer, we are back. Amazing. All right, as you can see right here, we're in top place, 73 points. We're 15 points clear of the second place Stuttgart. We have played brilliantly through the end of the season. Let's take a look at the schedule really fast. That's not what I was looking for. This is what I'm looking for. I told you I thought we were going to need a win and then a draw to secure our place. Well, as it turned out, we did it backwards. We got the draw that secured our place in top third, so we would at least be in the promotion playoff. But the very next match we got a win, and that secured everything for us. Tied up first place, tied up the automatic promotion, championship, everything. We're moving on. We haven't played brilliantly since then, but we've played okay. We haven't had any losses, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We're on a 15-match unbeaten streak. One left against Kaiserslautern. Stadium is sold out. I think of the 50,000, 5,000 K-Town fans have shown up to cheer on the Die Roten Teufels against us. I don't know that they have much of a chance, but we'll see how it goes. We check our inbox. We see that Z-Turbo is doing spectacular. He's got 12 assists already, and which ties the record for most assists here at Nurnberg. We also have Kirk is on 10 assists. We thought he might have a chance at it too. He got injured the very beginning of the last match, so he wasn't able to get some. But if he could get a couple in this game, he might tie that as well. Zay also, I believe, has the record for goals, or is tied with 25 at the moment as well for the season. Let's take a look at, let's see, that was the wrong 25. It was a 25 goals. Here we go. Well, first, let's as the season winds down, let's see who played the most for us. Pedro Soenka, obviously our goalie Rakovsky, and Zay Turbo have tied for 35 appearances for us for the season. Oh yeah, here he had 34 appearances, but that was mostly with the Nuremberg 2 team. We've pulled him up for defensive right depth here for the moment. I'll get into that in a minute. Sebastian Kirk also played a lot of matches with us for 31. Michael Bayer, 28 starts, and let's see, can we see? There we go, 28 starts and a couple other appearances coming in relief. So played very well. Goals right here, we see right now, Zay Turbo, 25. 12 assists, 25 key headers. Made a few mistakes, but that's okay. Domenico Tolomeo, we brought him in the second half of the season. He's already got 7 goals and 7 assists. He has played brilliantly for us, a 7.62 average rating. 23 key passes, a couple key headers. Very few mistakes. He's 8 mistakes. He's played brilliantly for us the second half of the season. Sebastian Kirk, again, super happy. 7 goals, 10 assists, as we mentioned briefly. 37 key passes. A few more mistakes. He's played on par with Zay Turbo for that. Chiasa, we haven't got nearly as much. He played great in the first half. We haven't been able to get him in as many matches as the change of formation in the second half. We will probably sell him on, as he is worth 2.3 million, which I believe is not the best, but pretty close. Oddly enough, Domenico's are number 1 right now, followed by Pedro. If you ask Z Turbo, though, he would disagree, and that 400,000, I'm sure he feels is grossly underrating his abilities. Let's go ahead and look at our more so key passes. Flip it the other way. 38 for Zay Turbo, 37 for Kirk. Key headers, 55 for Sebastian Mai. We did renegotiate a contract with him. I don't know that he's going to be good enough to play with us that much when we go up a league, but you know, keep him happy, hang him around. Like I say, 55 key headers. He's played very well for us. Pedro Soenka, second, 49, playing primarily defensive midfielder for us. And key tackles, most of these with the other league. Not a whole number of them, but Sebastian Mai right there again, and Dennis Linsmeyer. Mistakes, Pedro. He played a lot. He played at a critical position. It's going to happen. 59 for Seidel out there on the edge. And then we get into the 40s here with Kirk, Beyer, Zay Turbo, and Oliver Fischer. All kind of about the same. Remember, Oliver Fischer's only been in 17 matches, so 43 for him is a little bit much, but he is a young guy. We are bringing him up. He has played very well for us. I am not upset at all with that number. And he's gotten better as the season's gone on. We've got him some more play. You know, potential 5-star-ish. We'll see how that goes. So that's kind of how the team looked at the end. We have been just decimated by injuries. Within about 3 days, we lost Oliver Fischer. Then we lost Dominic Hilblain. And then who did we lose after that? We lost one of the young guys. Oh, then we lost. We were down to using Bome here on the right. He was, he saw a picture once of somebody playing the right side, so he thinks he could do it. So then we lost him right away too. So we lost all 3 of them within the span of about 3 days. So that's when we called up Ilya Reykjavik here from the Nuremberg 2 team. And he played pretty well for us for a couple matches. He hasn't been spectacular, but first match, so he's had 3 matches for us, and of course it's not going to give me that one. 7-4, 6-9, 6-8, something like that. Did fine. So yeah, so that's our team at the end. I think we're going to be fairly well placed. Finances, we'll take a look at those here at the end of the season. Throughout the second half, I have been selling or purchasing, I guess selling is the right term, the transfer clauses. However, so that's brought in some, and then we've also had a couple of key ones that brought in. We just got $750,000 on somebody playing his 50th match or something like that. We're pretty close to one more of those. I'm not actually sure where we clauses. There we go. We're pretty close to James Horn. He needs 5 more league appearances, and we'll get another $825,000. I could have sold that at the beginning of the second half for $525,000, but I figured we could wait half a season for an extra $300,000. Looks like Gorkum has a few as well. Buy out the. You know what? We're going to take that too. Extra 538. We're going to use it. 400 after that. That's a long ways away. We're going to sell that one too. So let's take a look at what our finances are right now. We're sitting at 2.9 million in the black, or I'm sorry, in the red, negative right now. The board did infuse an extra 1.4 million. So realistically, we're sitting at about 4.5 million negative at the end of the season, despite everything I could do. So far for the season, we've lost about 4 million. However, having said that, let's go ahead and take a look at the rules for second division. First place is going to get us 18 million. So that -4 is going to turn around and be a positive 14. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's going to put us on decent footing for next season. And then next season, as long as we can avoid relegation, we sit up here maybe 16th place. That gets us 36 million. At that point, we can really start to buy in players and compete. I don't expect us to be great next season. I'm just hoping that we can avoid relegation and we can make enough money to then start to build the team from there. That's the plan. That's the goal. All right. We bought out those. Let's go ahead and hit continue real fast. We do have Kaiserslautern, my favorite Bundesliga team. They were struggling a little bit. Let us see how they're going to finish off with the senior squad. You can see here, they haven't been brilliant, but the second half they've done okay. You know, they've only got a couple losses here. Christmas break, they've had 4 losses, 3 wins, and a bunch of draws. But I believe that gets them. They are out of relegation. Even if they were lose today, Battlefield were to win, that would get them 35 points. Kaiserslautern is fine. So we don't have to throw the game today to make sure that Kaiserslautern doesn't get relegated, which is good because I'd be willing to do that. And that's it. I would hate to see K-Town lose. Like I say, I'm a big fan. We're probably not going to keep Otasevic. He's not bad. We haven't got him in much, but I doubt we're going to get him in much more next season at a higher level. Janis Kuhler was also injured. He's now finally back. We're probably not going to get him in much. We haven't got a lot of playtime from with this setup this year because Kirk is with his long shots of 15, free kick is 16, corners is 16, and I think his penalty kicking is okay at 12 as well. In fact, he did get a penalty kick one game, scored a goal when Zay Turbo had been subbed out. So that's enough to keep him in for the moment, although he is 30, so I don't know how old is Kubler. I don't think he's young either. Oh, I was wrong. He's 24. We'll hang on to him. Good vision for him, which is why I brought him in the first place. All right, submit team. Same thing. 4-1, 2-1, 2, whatever. 4-3-3, however you want to look at it. More direct passing, hit early crosses. Lloyd Jones. Is that who we want in? We've lost Dennis and Sebastian and Dominic still at the moment. So we've got Kala, Lloyd Jones in. Is that what we're going to go with? Yeah. Looks good for me. All right, right now, key highlights. You know, it's the last game of the season. Let's go ahead and do an extended. We'll speed up the action just a tiny bit there. No, that looks silly when we start going too fast. Run close goals. Good enough. With the favorites. You know, pressure's off. We've won everything. We've won everything. There's no need. There's no need to do anything crazy. I don't need to get anybody injured. You know, we're just there for the fans. Like I say, 50,000 people supposedly here. I guess we can pull that up. Match information. Will tell us the number of people. It does not. It is raining though. Oh, there we go. K-Town getting aggressive early. They've got the first corner with 39 seconds in and they're threatening. Kala gets a head on it, puts it out. Schumacher feeds it back in. Daneberg feeds it in. Jones maybe got a head on that. Fed it out. They're able to remain in control though. Back up, reset, fed it in. Nothing happened. Oh, Kala gets a head on it again. Feeds it over to Felk. Felk over to Bear. Into Zay Turbo. Tolomeo. Oh, he takes a shot, but not a lot on it. Mueller's able to grab that. Remember, we're very close to the assist record for Z Turbo, so if he can get that, that'd be great. The goal and the assist record for the season would be amazing. Tolomeo feeds it across to Bear. He takes a big shot. Mueller's able to get over barely, feeds it off to the side. That's going to give us a corner kick. Kirk's got the corner, feeds it up and over. Oh, somebody got a head on it. Mueller's able to get a hand on it, put it up over the goal. That should give us... I thought that was going to get us another corner kick, but apparently not. Oh, Kirk put some mustard on that, but it's just a little bit too high. There, over to Kirk, into Zay Turbo. Over to Feek. Feek kicks it all the way out to Seidel. Brilliant cross across for Zay Turbo. He got a head on it. Mueller is just playing out of his mind right now to keep Kaiserslautern in this. He puts that one out, gives us another corner kick. What is Kirk going to do with it this time? Not much. Plotted gets a head on it. Zay Turbo kicks it back to Kirk, who crosses over. We went up to try to get a head on it. We're unable to do it. Feek gets the foul. That's going to give him the free kick, clear it out for him. Meanwhile, we got 4 shots. 3 were on target, a half chance. Possession's pretty even. Our passes are fine. Theirs are pretty terrible at 54%. I'd like to see ours come up a little bit, but this isn't a possession, high passing percentage offense, generally speaking. Not with our more direct passing and our attacking style. Z Turbo, oh, he gets taken down in the middle. Somebody else went in, got taken down. Kirk tries to come up, clean up the mess, but he misses wide right. Goal kick feeds it out. Kirk's got another corner. There's action there. Somebody got ahead. Suenka's got it. Feeds it all the way back to Fisher. What is Fisher going to do with it? He's dribbling. He's trying to find somebody. He's got nowhere to go with it. He's going to try to go back to his... Feeds it back over to Felk, to Kirk, to Zay Turbo, who gets it ahead to Tolomeo. Oh my gosh, Tolomeo puts it in, but he is offside, and Mueller had made the save anyway. Mueller's having a great game so far. Suenka gets a head on to keep it over to Felk. He kicks it ahead to Kirk, back a little bit to Bear. Let us get spread out a little bit. Zay Turbo. This is where we start to do well. As we get in the attack zone, we do this nice little pass back there. My God, these guys are shooting on sight today. I'm not sure quite why Bear sent that in, but You know, of our 6 shots, 3 have been on target. 3 off target, 3 long, but, you know, I did tell them the pressure was off and have a good time, so we can't argue too much. And K-Town has only had that one early shot, you know, 35 seconds in the game, and they haven't been able to do anything with it since then, so. Although they're trying now. Oh, there we go. Bear's got it. Is he going to feed it up ahead? Kirk's got it. Gives it over to Bear. He takes... Oh, my gosh. Bear's just... You know, the fact that somebody's in the stand scouting was apparently got to him. And just every time the ball gets close to him, he's shooting. I'm not sure he quite needs that. Plotted got a yellow. Kirk's got another corner. Kaiserslautern's probably going to get a little frustrated here with their complete lack of ability to move the ball themselves. You know, possession's 50%, but we've got 9 shots to their 1. All the highlights have been us. They just haven't been able to get anything going. Having said that, we gave up 3 goals on 5 shots in a game earlier. So you don't necessarily have to have the best chances in the world to get ahead sometimes in this match, in this game. We actually had to take our goalie out. He was having a bad day. You know, when you've got 19 shots and the other team has 5 and you're down 3-1, there's an issue. Oh, there we go. Look at that shot. So he put a little bit on that, but again, Mueller has been playing great. And he keeps Kaiserslautern with another great save. Kirk with yet another corner kick. This is our 5th one. Siedel's not going to get out to it. Daneberg's got it. He just dumps it in. Little dump and chase. It's a hockey match here. Fischer's got it. Nothing happens. Bukowski's got a little free kick. He feeds it up. Goal kick, whatever. Belk's got it. Back up to Siedel. He takes it over a little bit, dribbles it up, back to Feek. Kirk. What's Kirk got with it? Up to Tomaleo. Zay Turbo. He tried to feed it all the way over to Siedel. Unable to get it. Somebody got a head on it. Feek's got it, though. We dump another one in. Comes back to us, Kirk. Zay Turbo. Over to Feek. Is Feek going to take the shot? No, he's going to go down. Daneberg had a nice tackle. Feek's having trouble down there. Their defenders have done a good job of keeping us off the ball and deep there. Feek's got it. Over to Kirk. Zay Turbo. Ptolomeo. Oh, we're offsides. He was wide right anyway. It wasn't going in. Kirk's got a free kick from the side. He puts it in. Jones got a head on it. There we go. That's our first goal of the match. From an unlikely source, Jones gets his first goal of the season in the last game of the season. Kirk with his 11th assist. Still pushing a run in. Maybe he'll get that record too. I'm not sure what's going to happen with Zay Turbo. Nice tackle with Fischer. He gets it up to Zay Turbo. Speak of the devil. A forced induction football. He gets it back to Ptolomeo. We haven't seen much of that forced induction this match, though. Siedel plays it ahead just too far. Daneberg's able to get it. Anyway, I'm not sure what's going to happen with Zay Turbo. I did try to re-sign him, and he's just too far apart. He's asking for quite a bit more than what the board will agree to pay a player, at least this season at this level. We had a shot, and unable to do anything. Ptolomeo tried to feed, or they tried to feed into Ptolomeo, but he's unable to get a shot off. Too many bodies around him. They have parked the bus back there. Feek, Zay Turbo. He just falls over. I don't know that was a foul, but we'll take it. I think there was some acting involved there. Schumacher gets a yellow. He can't be happy with that. Now this little crab walk back. Kirk just pounds it in there, but goes over. Goal kick. Yeah. I think we're going to change maybe our instructions a little bit. Let's go ahead and work the ball into the box. They have really worked hard to keep us out of it. Let's try to do a little bit better on that end of things. Otherwise, I'm not too unhappy with what we've got going on. Fischer hasn't played great. We do have the young kid up. Let's go ahead and give Ilya the second half. Give him a little bit of first-team football here at the end of the season. He's played pretty well throughout the regular season with Nurnberg too. So we'll see how this goes. Tolomeo. Oh, that was a bad pass. Bad pass there. Oh, we get another free kick. Kirk's right there on the doorstep again. He puts it over. He's not been on his best form today. Despite the assist in the 6 corner shots. What do they rate him? 6.8. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that our defense deserves to be rated as highly as it has, but I have only given up 2 shots, so maybe we have. We just haven't seen much of him. Lloyd gets a yellow card there. He's playing pretty well, 7.3 so far. Zayturbo's got it. Feeds over Kirk all the way back out to Sevic. Tolomeo was in for the header, but Mueller manages to pull out of the air. Easy stop for him. Boots it down the field. Yata's got it. He makes a run down the side. We kind of feed him off there, push him off it, but he manages to maintain control. Oh, there we go. Seidel had it, tried to clear it, Kind had it. Bear, Tolomeo. Sevic makes another run down the sideline. Great cross in. Mueller pushes it off to the side. That will get us a corner, though. Kirk's going to get a second corner kick of the match. Feeds it across Zayturbo, unable to get ahead of it. Plottek got it. Seidel picks it back up. Oh, he tried to get it in there, but Mueller manages to, again, pluck that one out of the air as well. Mueller has just been great today. Let's see, what is his rating? Somewhere. Oh, we'll wait here. Mueller, they're only saying 6.9. I think that's, I don't like the way they rate goalies. I think he's been playing much better than that. We've had 15 shots. And only 3 were rated as even half chances, but he's played very well. Tolomeo, he's got the run in. Oh, it goes off the post. Mueller gets a little bit of help the one time he needs it. We've gotten quite a few of those over the last few matches. Tolomeo breaking through the center. If we're not able to keep Zayturbo, oh, Mueller makes another great save. Another great save. Going to be a corner kick to Kirk, near side. If we're unable to keep Zayturbo, I'm going to try for another big target man. I'd like to put a target man on support. We'll run him up there, try to control the thing, and again, we'll use Tolomeo as our scorer. Calling Mueller's name a lot this game. But what does Kirk do this time? Still too high. Still too high. He's getting a lot of chances, but... Another one. I don't even know what he's doing there. I think he's just seeing how far he can kick it. I don't think he's even looking at the goal. Here's another one. Nope. Goalie's not even moving anymore. Doesn't care. Doesn't have to. Oh, let's watch this and we'll see about the subs. I'm kind of hoping to get a goal here, to be honest. Oh, Kala. I know I said I was hoping to get a goal. I say 5,000 fans traveled here to see Kaiserslautern play in this match. At least that was what the expected ticket sales were. Plata's got it. Zayturbo comes up. Generally when he tries this, he gets mugged, so now we have him set so he's the attacker, or supporter, so makes him pass early, obviously. But we've got a lot of... Let's see. I keep meaning to swap people and I haven't. Let's see. Rakovsky's got it. Let's go ahead. I'm not sure if we'll get another stoppage of play, but we've got a few people that are just on fumes here. We'll put Sandy McMeekin in for Pedro. Sebastian Kirk. Jonas Kubler. Oh, can't do that one. That's our 3. Kaiserslautern hasn't really been able to put any pressure on us. They've only had 5 shots all match. 3 of those have been on target, and 1 was a half chance, but they've had 45%. Oh, they're pushing now. They're pushing hard. Oh, look at that. Arp's got a great chance. Oh, he took too long. Took too long. We're able to get some people in on it. Take away his angle. Buttes got the shot in. Headed back over to him. Rakovsky's able to pick up the cross. Now, we've had 21 shots, 7 on target. We've been pretty off target for us. This is pretty rare. We're not usually this undisciplined with our shots. Feek up to Kubler. Oh, Kubler wasn't able to do it, but Feek manages to get the ball back. Launches it in. Mueller's unable to stop that one. It's too bad. Mueller's had a great game. He deserves a little bit more help than he's getting from his team. I guess that was just a little back heel pass by Kubler to Feek, who just makes the most of it. I thought initially on watching it there might have been a tackle that had been kicked away from him. Either way, it gives us the credit for it. We'll take it. Oh, Dersevic comes in, takes that one away. Zay Turbo, what's he got? Over to Feek again, who's been a little bit hot. Over to Kubler. With his great vision, he's managing to find things happen. Tolomeo, back to Bear. Zay Turbo, Zay gets just taken down. Been a problem with him all season. He'd have 5 or 6 more goals in this season if he could avoid some of those. Schumacher to Platic to Kind. Butte. Taken away from him by the youngster. 2 minutes of added time. We're comfortably up 2-0. We've been in control all match. 82% pass completion, 55% possession, 22 shots. Yellow cards, 2 for us, 3 for them. Our average rating for this match is 7.24. And they are at the number of the beast, 6.66. Kubler puts another shot. Not on goal, though. A little bit off target to the right. Mueller probably would have had it if it would have been on target. And that's game, and that's season. Thank you for joining us with this season. It's been great having you. And like I say, I'm not quite sure what's going to happen in the offseason, how we're going to handle the transfers. I think I'm going to kind of look. We're going to lose some players. Fisher's unsettled. He's not happy. We do have him on contract for a little while. I promised him I would look at the end of the season if he still wanted to go. I would like to keep him. I think, well, here, let's take a look here. Berlin, they've secured a playoff spot, quality possession, yada, yada. Curtin comes down on second division. There we are. Big lead, 15 points up. Feek's on fire, 8.5 and a goal. Let's make sure he knows that we did good. And there's our 18.3 million. And what does that do for us for the season? All right, all of a sudden we're doing a little bit better. I got 4 million in the transfer budget. Plenty of cash there. I'm not sure what our numbers are going to be. I was given some beginning numbers early on, right after we were initially told we were promoted. But that wasn't a whole lot. And that with the finances poor, I think that's what was running those numbers. They weren't looking ahead to what we were going to get here. So I think those numbers will make an adjustment. As far as, like I say, who we're gonna try to keep, I think I'm more worried about trying to keep the youngsters right now. Sandy's not ours, but we might try to keep him. You know, I'm more worried looking at potential here. This season, we're just playing to avoid relegation. Let's keep some of these guys that have some potential. Let's give them some more higher quality matches, get them up, and then we'll see what happens. If we can keep Luka cheap, we'll try to keep him, but he's going to be more for a bench thing. Ilya will probably send him back down, but again, we might send them both to Nuremberg too next season, actually. And then, you know, we'll have those arrows in our quiver if we need him to come back up with that good potential. Jonas Kubler, he could improve. Kala, Chiasa, I'm not sure. I'm probably going to sell Chiasa. We're just not playing a formation that's going to make the best of him. It doesn't make sense to not make some money there. But some of these guys, I'm not going to be worried about seeing Michelitis leave if that's the case. I'm not. We've already signed. He's not getting better. He's 31 years old, I believe, as well, or 34. 30 years old. He's had some injuries. Lloyd Jones, some of these guys were just depth guys. They're probably not going to get much play time at the next level, so we're just going to have to see how that goes. I doubt we're going to keep Z as much as I'd like to. I mean, he was brilliant for us this season, but he's not probably going to get any better. He's 27 years old. He's probably about to start declining, although his natural fitness is 13. We'll see how it is. But like I say, at this point, he wants way too much money. So we're better off investing elsewhere and using Dominic as our key scorer next season. And he's got a little bit more potential. So that's it. If you liked it, hit like. If you disliked it, hit dislike. You know, don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more. We will be back for another season in Nuremberg in the Bundesliga. And thank you. We'll see you next time. Tschüss.